I think it's a human right to be equally treated and also be equally able to access services. I think it's a human right to breathe clean air and to be able to provide for your family. I think with climate change, even though there are many other stressors that many of the families and the communities that we serve face, climate change will only accelerate those risks. We are trying to build communities and families' capacity to respond and plan for climate change. I was born and raised in Samoa. I grew up there until I was almost 30. I got married and migrated to the Bay Area. Samoa is a small island country. It's a country where people depend mostly on natural resources for livelihoods. My parents had a plantation, so imagine growing up climbing the mountains to help my dad during the weekend with his plantation. There was also a time where we had a fishing boat, so most of our food and resources we gather from our natural environment, the environment surrounding us. It was a very happy time. But then I was a teenager when I first experienced my first cyclone. And this was a almost category 5. It was a very strong cyclone. When it finished, it completely destroyed my village and also our neighborhood, and seeing families who have lost homes and lost hope. And that really impacted me. And then my second cyclone happened less than a year after that. And so from that time, that's where I started to have an interest in learning about the environment and extreme weather. When I started working after my undergrad, the government of Samoa gave me their trust to lead their climate change work. And so I became Samoa's first climate change officer. And I think, all my experience working with the community and even with the United Nations, being that weak voice, where all these developed countries like the United States, countries that have money, that when you are negotiating at that level, you hardly hear the voices of the most impacted countries by sea level rise. And so, and I feel the same way here too, with the communities that I serve now, which is why my focus is these frontline communities, like here in East Palo Alto. When I started the work here in East Palo Alto, most of our communities didn't understand the risk of sea level rise and flooding to their lives and to their livelihoods, because there weren't any programs or resources invested here. And now we do have a lot, because the communities have gathered through the programs that my organization has implemented in the past years. Leaving my home, my work was very hard. Both my parents have passed on, and I know they're very proud. And I still feel my work here also contributes to the work that I did at home. And I know that I have more to give, and I think the opportunity and where I am now will allow me to provide not only for the communities here, but also for my community at home.